I'm Tayshawn.
I'm Rebecca.
I'm Tavon.
I'm Anna.
I'm Shannon.
I'm Josh.
I'm Matt. I'm Corey.
And we will be performing the play Tartuffe by French playwright Moliere.
Let me get away!
Seems like grandmother's in one of her moods again today.
Oh, you heard me so I can holler at you.
Then don't, my daughter-in-law. Stay where you are and dispense without your polite attention.
But mother really pay you us, do you? Why must you leave in such a hurry?
Because I can't endure your carryings on, and no one takes the slightest pains to please me. I leave quite disgusted. You do the opposite of my instructions. You have no respect for anything. Each one must have a say. It's perfect pandemonium. You're a servant witch, my girl, and must be full of gap and too impertinent and free with your advice on all occasions.
But
You're a fool, my boy. F-O-O-L just spells your name. Let me tell you that I told your father 100 times that you'd never come to good or bring him anything but plague and torment. I think. Oh, dearie me, his little sister, so shy, so innocent. But you know what they say about still waters? I pity the parents with secretive waters.
But mother.
Daughter, by your leave, your conduct and everything is altogether wrong. You ought to set a good example for him. Their dear departed mother did much better. You're extravagant and it offends me to see you decked out like a princess. A woman who would please her husband lies alone with no such wealth of fineries.
But madame, after all.
Sir, as for you, the lady's brother, I esteem you highly, love and respect you. But sir, all the same, if I were in my son's, her husband's place, I would urgently entreat you not to come within our doors. You preach a way of living that decent people cannot tolerate. I am rather frank with you, but that's my way. I do not mince matters when I mean a thing.
Mr. Tartuffe, your friend, is mighty lucky.
He is a holy man, he must be heeded, but I can't endure with any show of patience to hear scatterbrains like you attack him.
You expect me to submit to that hypocrite? Must we forgo all joys and satisfactions because that bigot censors all our actions?
If we must hark to him and heed his maxims, there's not a thing we do but what's a crime. He censors everything, this zealous carper.
And all he censored is well too censored. He wants to guide you all on the way to heaven. My son should teach you all well to love him.
No, man. Nothing that my father nor anything can make me tolerant of him. And I should believe my feelings not to say so. That bigot says things and does things that's not tolerant of anyone. And frankly, I really don't care about him.
Besides, it's downright scandalous to see this upstart master of the house, this vagabond, who had when he came shoes to his feet nor clothing worth 6 farthings, and as so far as to forget his place, censor everything, and rule the roost.
Oh, mercy sakes alive, things would go much better if we were governed by his pious orders.
He passes for a saint in your opinion. In fact, he's nothing but a hypocrite.
Just listen to her tongue.
I wouldn't trust him near Yadis Lawrence without Mom Surrey.
Well, I don't know what the servant's character may be, but I guarantee you, the master, a holy man. You all hate him and reject him because he tells the truth to all of you. 'Tis sin alone that moves his heart to anger, and heaven's interest is his only motive. And daughter, goodbye. And after this house, I shall leave it, for now.
How she gets angry with us for no reason, and how she's so obsessed with this Tartuffe.
Her case is nothing, though, besides her son. To see him, you would say he's 10 times worse. He dotes upon him. He calls him brother, loves him 100 times as much as a mother, son, daughter. He's his universe, his hero. He's lost in constant admiration, quotes him on all occasions, takes his trifling acts for wonders, his words for oracles. He fools him with 100 masks of virtue.
Ah, good morning, brother.
I was just leaving, but it was nice greeting you. Things aren't advanced yet in the country.
Doreen. Ah, brother, first, please, let me allay my first anxiety by asking news of the family. How is everything in these past few days?
Oh, Madam had a fever and splitting headache day before yesterday, all day and evening.
But how is Tartuffe?
Tartuffe? He's well, mighty well, stout, fat, fair, rosy lipped.
The poor man.
At evening, she couldn't touch a single thing for supper, and her headache was still so severe.
But how is Tartuffe?
He slept alone before her, and unconsciously ate up 2 partridges as well as half a leg of mutton, devil.
Poor man.
Yes, and at night, she couldn't get a wink of sleep. Her fever racked her so. We had to sit up with her until daylight.
But how is Tartuffe?
Gently inclined to slumber, he got up from the table and went straight to his room and slept quite undisturbed until morning.
The poor man.
Yes, finally she allowed us to persuade her, got up the courage to be glad, and was relieved at once.
But how is Tartuffe?
doing well. I'll go straight away and inform my mistress how pleased you are her recovery.
Brother, she ridicules you to your face. And I don't want to make you angry. She's quite right. Can a man today have so much charm to make you forget all else's, relieve his poverty, give you a home, and then?
Brother, you don't know the man you speak of.
Since you have it so, I don't know him, but to say what sort of man he is.
He is a man who does his word, knows perfect peace, and counts the whole world else as much done. His conversations have waned my heart from all friendships, and I could see my brother, my wife, my children, and mother all die, and never care a snap.
Your feelings are humane, brother, I must say.
If you first saw him as I first did, your raptures over him would have no end. He came to church each day and drew the eyes of all the congregation with deep, drawn sighs and great ejaculations. He humbly kissed the earth at every moment. And when I would leave church each day, he went before me to the door and gave me holy water. It is in this way that I learned of who he was and his poverty. When I tried to relieve it, he'd say, it's too much by half. And when I refused to take it back, he'd go before me to the door and give it to the poor. At length, heaven bade me to take him into my home, and since then all seems to prosper here. And he even takes great interest in my wife and lets me know who ogles her, and seems 6 times as jealous as I.
Zounds, brother, what are you driving at with all this nonsense?
Brother, your language smacks of atheism, and I've preached to a score of times that you'll bring some judgment down upon your head.
No such talking frighten me. I know what I'm saying. It happens. See, it's my heart. There are false heroes and false devotees. What, can you not see the difference between hypocrisy and genius devoutness? Men, for the most part, are strange creatures, truly. They never seem to keep the golden mean, the limits of good common sense, too narrow for them, and they seem to drive them past in each direction. They always spoil the noblest things because they go too far and push them to extremes. I merely say this to you, good brother.
Have you quite done?
Yes.
I am your humble servant.
Just a word. We'll drop that other subject. You do know Belia has promised you your daughter.
Yes.
Then why pull out the celebration of it?
I can't say.
You mean to have some other plans in mind?
Perhaps.
Belia has sent me here to settle matters. What answer shall I take him?
Why, anything you please.
We must know your plans. What are they?
I shall do the will of heaven.
Come, be serious. Belia, you have promised Belia, now will you keep it?
Goodbye.
Belia has much to be here. I must go tell him what has happened.